It's so good to see everyone here today. Welcome to Hazard Community and Technical College. I'm Dr. Jennifer Linden, the Chancellor here at HCTC, and I'm very honored to have so many esteemed guests here today. We have so many folks out here who have been so critical to HCTC and our partnerships along the years. There's so many people out here that I could recognize, and we could be here all day if I did that. So I'm just going to give you all a big thank you. We do have many mayors and county judges here, and I do want to recognize, since we are in Hazard and Perry County, I'd like to recognize Mayor Happy Mavalini. Will you please stand? And our Perry County Judge Executive, Scott Alexander. I know I saw him. There he is. He's being shy. We also have many members of the Mountain Caucus here today, and I believe that you are each going to be recognized here in just a little bit. I want to thank Dr. Jay Morgan, President of Morehead State University, for being such a critical partner to HCTC and the region. And I'd also like to thank Dr. Reed Atkins with SOAR. I know I saw him out in the hall earlier, and he certainly has been a wonderful partner for the entire Southeast region as well. We also have the pleasure today of having Travis Burton, State Director of USDA, here today. Thank you, Mr. Burton. And Senate President Robert Stivers. Thank you. And of course, it's always a pleasure to have the Dean of the U.S. House of Representatives, Congressman Hal Rogers, and his staff here on campus. Congressman Rogers is a true son of Southern and Eastern Kentucky, and no one has fought harder for our region than Congressman Rogers. He is here today to provide us with some amazing announcements that are the results of his advocacy efforts. But before we do that, we're going to have lunch. Lunch is provided today by the Center for Rural Development Executive Director Lonnie Lawson. Thank you so much. And our caterers today are Big Blue Smokehouse and Team. Thank you. So before we have lunch, I'd like to bring Representative Chris Fugit up, and he's going to bless the food.
Let's pray together. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the blessings of every day that you give us. Thank you for the opportunity to serve our people. Lord, I want to thank you for Congressman Rogers and all the work that he's done for so many years to benefit our people here in the mountains. We thank you for him. I pray that you give him added health and strength. And Lord, just be with him. Bless all those that are with him. And Lord, thank you for the food that we're about to eat. Thank you for providing every need that we have. Thank you for always being faithful to us. And thank you for loving us. And we pray and ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Great to see everybody here today. I'm going to go ahead and get the program started. But before I do, I want to take a moment to recognize some really, really special people that work so hard for our communities. I'm going to start with Mitch Whitaker. Mitch, stand up, say hello to everybody, let them see your smiling face. We have Senator Scott Maiden. Senator, thank you for all that you do. I know we all know and love Chris Fugit. Chris, stand up. And someone who's been a very dear friend of mine for a very long time, John Clayton. John, stand up. This next gentleman has supported Hal Rogers since the first time he ran for Congress, and they've been friends for a long, long time. Richard White, stand up. And thank you for traveling down here from Morehead today. Thank you, Richard. And we have Brandon Smith. Brandon, please stand up. Thank you. They work so hard in Frankfurt. I've seen their work. They coordinate with the congressman. They're always calling to see how they can help add value and dollars to projects that we're trying to get across the finish line in Washington. And gentlemen, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate it so very much. There's so many people here, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but I do want to recognize our mayors and judges. I know we have Perry County Judge Executive who's so good to us, and he's always in our ear about water projects and wastewater projects and roads and airports. Scott, where did you go? Where's Scott Alexander? There you are. Stand up. Thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you so much. And Jeff Dotson over in Knott County, he's always talking to, where'd Jeff go? Stand up, don't be shy. He's always talking to us about their needs and all the problems we've got with Corps of Engineers, and Hal's always ready to take that on. So, Jeff, thank you. Terry Adams from Letcher County, Judge, thank you for all that you do. And Myron Lewis, I saw him somewhere from Elliott County. Where is Judge Lewis? Oh, there he is. I'm all about an entrance, Judge. Thank you for driving here today. We appreciate you. I want to recognize our mayors. I know our local judges, mayors, city councils, fiscal courts, you guys are the ones that let us know what your communities need. Hal always says, plan your work and work your plan, and I know you're the ones that head that up. So I would be remiss if I didn't say happy Mobilini, thank you. Stand up and let us show our appreciation to you. The mayor of Jackson, Laura Thomas, I think I saw Laura earlier, she's still here. Thank you for being here. Scott Jackson from Beattyville, beautiful little community. Good to see you. Rick Burke from Fleming Neon is here. Rick, I saw him earlier. There he is. Mayor Todd DePriest, longtime friend. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being here today. And my hometown mayor, who I'm quite proud of because he's turning things around in the big Elkhorn City. Where's Nathan Bryant? Where's Nathan? There he is. Nathan, thank you. Thank you so much. He called me last night and said, we got flooding and storms. I don't know if I can make it, but I really want to be there. And he made it, of course, because he always does. Now, before we turn it over and start the official program, I want to say thank you to the police department for being here, the Hazard Police. Thank you all so much for putting your lives on the line each and every day, making this a better community. Thank you. And I would like to, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but I would like for all of our fiscal court members to stand and introduce yourselves, because I know the work you do is thankless, and we need to see your face and show you appreciation. So if you're a member of a fiscal court, please stand and introduce yourself. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Calvin Wallace, Tom Kelly.
Thank you for being here. Any others? City council members. If you are a city council member, please stand and introduce yourselves. We want to thank you for all the work that you do. We know the pay is not great, but it's long hours. So, thank you. Please introduce yourselves. Fitz.
Fitz Steele, Hazard. My name is Luke Glazer, City of Hazard.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you.
Mike Stacy, Ward 2.
Good to see you, Mike. Thank you for being here.
Chuck Anderson, Jenkins.
Rick Dameron,
Jenkins always shows up. Thank you all so much. Good to see you all. Thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Now it is my job to, well, there's a couple other people. I know Dr. Linden mentioned it, but Reed Atkins was sore. Reed, please stand, Shaping Our Appalachian Region. You're doing incredible work. Thank you for all that you do. And our longtime friend Barry Martin's here, and Barry employs about 400 people in this region, and most importantly, make sure that people gets the health care that they need. So where'd Barry go? Is he still here, or did he sneak out? Well, we appreciate him. So you can tell him that we recognize him. It is an honor for me today to be able to introduce this next gentleman. I met him in 1997. I was working at East Kentucky Pride, and he was newly elected representing Lee County, and we were at a Soil Conservation Service meeting, and I heard him speak, and I thought, he's going to do big things for this region. And at that time, I had this region, how many counties did you have, Robert? 4 at that time?
8.
Okay, 8. But I can tell you about Robert Stivers. He's not just a state senator for Clay County. He is the state senator for all of Eastern Kentucky. If you have a need, you find the way to Robert Stivers, because if it is a project that Robert believes in, he is certainly going to make it happen and make it work. And he's done just incredible work for all of our communities across Eastern Kentucky, because he certainly believes in each and every one of us. But Robert, what I want to say today is that we believe in you. So thank you. Please help me welcome our Senate President, Robert Stivers.
Thank you, Karen. And it is a good day to be here. And some people have seen me walk around, and I call it my Bob Dole handshake. If anybody's old enough to remember Bob Dole, he had to shake with his left hand. I just had rotator cuff surgery and got home Monday night at 7 o'clock, so I can't really raise my right hand yet. And some of the people around here want to know where my sling was. Now, I'm a non-compliant patient. I don't listen to my doctors. But I want to talk about this group of gentlemen here and a bunch of mayors and the judges, city council, fiscal courts. We do a lot, and we have good communications. But a lot of the things we do, and what you're going to see here today, are ideas and thoughts that, in discussion with the congressman's staff, particularly Karen, we have been able to accomplish so much more. I know what they're getting ready to announce. I know some of the things that are going on up at Jenkins. A lot of that was some, what I'll call cross-pollination of state and federal money that makes things happen. There's a lot of things that are still in the pipeline that the state did some things, and we feel that the federal government, through this next gentleman who I'm going to introduce, will be able to help with that. And when we get to this point of trying to work on things in this region, it is not just a Hazard project or a Perry County project. It generally is going to affect Knott County or Breathitt County. Something happens in West Liberty, is going to affect Elliott County or counties around. So we look at these things from a regional perspective, and one of the bigger things you're going to see and hear talked about is a regional water plant. So as we have had a lot of things go on in the last 10 or 15 years, some of it that we did not have any control over, particularly the attack on the coal industry, we have had to come together as a region to really think of things to do to help each other. Because if there is a job created in one county, or 50 jobs, people from that area are going to apply and drive across the state or the county lines to make things work. I'm going to go back and give one example. In my hometown, and I know the people of Letcher County are trying to do this, we got the FCI and Federal Corrections Facility, and I think of the 400 and some odd employees there, they come from 14 different counties and 2 different states. So this is how we have to look at things about how we elevate the status of everyone in Eastern Kentucky. And the person who has basically driven that message through his career is our congressman. Our congressman is now the dean of the delegation. He is the longest serving congressman in the history of the state of Kentucky, and I believe in the United States, or you're 2 years behind maybe, something like that. Getting close. But if anybody in politics ever thinks about what that takes to have that type of endurance, It's an amazing feat in and of itself, no matter what level you are on. It is even more amazing when you are at the federal level. So when you think about all the things that are happening in Eastern Kentucky, who do we turn to? Who does he work with? Who does he go and see? It's not just the Republicans, because he is a Republican. He works with the Democrats, independents, anybody who comes to the table with a good idea, because, like all of us, Eastern Kentucky is our home. It's what we want to see be better. And the individual who has been our leader, and who many of the things through conversations with he and his staff put so much what we call capital stacking and funding together for various projects that won't just help a city or a county, it will help the whole region. So there is nobody that I know of that has had the influence over Eastern Kentucky and even beyond his congressional district for all of Kentucky than our congressman. And with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Delegation, the longest serving congressman, the chair of the Appropriations Committee, and now I think is the senior sitting member on the Appropriations Committee. Would you all please stand and give a warm welcome to our Congressman, Hal Rogers.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for that kind introduction. Say hello to everyone here. Hello. Delight to see all of you individually and as a group. And I want to thank my friend, the President of the State Senate, for all the work that he does, but thanks for the nice introduction. He comes from a great stock of people. I knew his dad very well, a distinguished lawyer in East Kentucky in his time. And it's good to see all of the state reps and state senators here. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us and talk about problems that we can help you with. And I'm especially happy to see the dynamic duo, the mayor and county judge, for doing a great job in Perry County and Hazard. And we thank you especially for the projects that you work on with us. And it's good to see Dr. Linden. Thank you for hosting us here at your great school. This college has been part of its educational infrastructure of the coal fields. When the war on coal sent over 13,000 coal mines to the unemployment lines in our communities, many of them turned to our community colleges for new trades and skills for a new workplace. Our people love these mountains as we do. And we can't wait to help you with some project that might create some jobs, to hold those people here with their families and see the whole region grow. It's up to us to continue providing more educational resources and job opportunities so that they can stay here in the region that they call home. So thank you for Dr. Linden for investing in our people and delivering more programs that strengthen our workforce and infrastructure, launching our students into successful careers. That's why I'm here to announce federal funding for projects that serve as the first step to job creation, economic development, flood recovery, even educational opportunities. Clean water and reliable wastewater systems are the cornerstones of our communities. Everything we do starts with building a strong infrastructure. Back when we had the Pride cleanup campaign that you so wonderfully helped us with, I was helping you wade creeks and clean out trash and pick up stuff along the highway. Did a marvelous job. You won some national awards. But I remember at the time, we would go to D.C. and do our work and come home for the weekend. And I would go out picking up trash, wading the creeks, and getting rid of big dumps, garbage drums, Herculean ones. Go back to D.C. and, you chat with your colleagues. What'd you do this weekend? Somebody would say, well, I was in Las Vegas, or I went to New York City, or what have you. Whoops. And then they'd say, well, what'd you do? I said, well, I waded creeks with two year students.
That's okay.
That's right. But today, I'm thrilled to announce that I've secured more than $30 million in federal funding for 9 projects across 8 counties in southern and eastern Kentucky. Four of those projects are part of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Section 531 program that I created in 1996 as part of the Water Resources Development Act. This funding is designated exclusively for our 33 counties in Kentucky. It costs much more to install transmission lines and systems that pump water over the mountains into our hollows and limestone-laden territory. The price tag that water is very heavy. But the 531 program helps relieve that burden from our small rural communities. Monty Lawson is with us today from the Center for Rural Development, which works directly with the Army Corps of Engineers to help administer these projects. So thank you, Lonnie, for your assistance on these projects. Thank you. Today, I'm also proud to have with us the Kentucky State Director for USDA Rural Development, Travis Burke. Thank you, Travis. In just a minute, he's going to announce details of 5 USDA projects that I secured nearly $24 million for. Those projects are specifically going to 5 of our counties were hit the hardest by flooding in 21 and 22. The destruction was also so widespread that we are still rebuilding and reimbursing our communities. I promised out back the year that I would stick with you every step of the way. And I hope today you will agree with marching. Okay. So, we're going to pass some checks for that. And I'm going to ask my staff. That was, yeah. Let's deliver some checks for the Fort Legislature Section 531 projects. $1 million for Morehead State University. Funds will be used for the sewer and water rehabilitation project, phase 1. So, let's hear it for the president check. Number 2, this, by the way, will repair the entire system for 3,200 residential students, 800 faculty and staff, as well as 5,000 students who live off campus. So congratulations again to Morehead State and President Dr. Jimmy Moore. Number 2, $3 million for the Elliott County Fiscal Court Middle Sandy Correctional Facility. This funding will help build a 2.5 million gallon water tower for the prison, which is not only accessible for its 1,400 inmates, but also for the correctional officer and staff on site. So congratulations to Elliott County and Judge Executive Byron Rhodes.
Everybody just squeeze in here together.
Get Richard, he's perfect.
We got everybody now. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Great.
$900,000 for Elkhorn City's Stillhouse Water Storage Tank Project in Pike County. This project will help build a modern, larger capacity water tank to replace the current tank that's now prone to rust and corrosion. The new tank will serve 500 homes and 35 businesses in Elkhorn City. So congratulations to the city and the mayor, Nathan Bryan. Congratulations. Thanks.
Yeah, that's better. All right, here we go, 1, 2, 3. Can I jump in?
Congratulations to Elkhorn City. Next, $2 million for the City of Jenkins wastewater treatment plant expansion. It will increase capacity to support 115 new homes and up to 8 new businesses. It will also improve reliable service for more than 600 homes and nearly 60 businesses that are currently on the system. So congratulations to the City of Jenkins.
Come on around if you'd like. You can sit on the side of the congressman as well. Yeah, oh, that's great. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Keep smiling, just keep smiling. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Jenkins. Water and wastewater projects would not be possible without the support of our state legislators as well. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your help. I'm grateful for the partnerships we have across the federal, state, and local levels to ensure that our people have access to the basic needs that they have. As you're seeing, federal, state, and local, all of them today here at this place. None of this would have been possible without the support of you on federal, state, and local levels. So thank you. We're blessed to have one of our own sons from the mountains sitting in one of the most powerful seats in Frankfurt, and that's Senate President Robert Snyder. Thank you, sir. There's no one that knows state government as much or as well as this man. And I hope that we will use his knowledge and experience in all the endeavors that you have. So, thanks to all Stiders. I want to thank each of you for being here, taking part, working hard, caring for your people back home, helping with the causes that you are involved in. Our region is different in so many different ways. One of the ways is we have terrain that's difficult to think in. Lay a sewer line or a water line or other things, you have to check out curves, hills and valleys to make it work in solid limestone. So thank you for putting up with some of the difficulties that you have to deal with. So thank you, And Karen, I turn it back to you.
Thank you, Congressman. What an exciting day. Before we go to the next speaker for announcements from USDA, I wanted to say there's some unsung heroes in the room, and that is the folks who deal with the federal to state bureaucracies, our area development districts. If you're with an ad, I know Kentucky River and I think Fiveco and Big Sandy are all here. If you're with an area development district, we don't say thank you enough, because the difficulty is real getting the funding out to the project. And I know you guys do a lot of that. So if you're with an area development district, can you please stand and allow us to thank you? So many of these projects wouldn't happen without our project managers. And I think Hazard, did I see Angie here? I know Hazard and Perry County has stand up, Angie. Let us thank you too, because you've worked long and hard on a lot of these projects. It is my pleasure to introduce a longtime friend, although I'm a lot older than he is, so I guess I haven't been that long, Travis, but he's an Eastern Kentuckian that the president appointed to be in charge of the USDA Rural Development Program for the state of Kentucky. And he's just been an incredible leader who's worked really hard to get as many projects out the door and into our communities as possible. And Travis, we thank you for the job you're doing. We know it's difficult. We know it's not easy. Quite frankly, we're praying for your family. They've had some health issues, but he has not skipped a beat. He shows up each and every day, and he and Lindsay and their family, they're just really incredibly special people. So please welcome our friend, Travis Burton.
It's a big day in Eastern Kentucky. And I'm so excited to be here to celebrate with all of you. You know, I always appreciate the chance to get down here to Hazard, to get to Eastern Kentucky. I appreciate getting to drive through the mountains, think about everything this area of the state's been through, think about what the future holds for this part of the state and its communities. I appreciate the quietness as you're driving through the mountains. Let me tell you, yesterday I was in the car for 6 hours with my 7-year-old and 5-year-old on a trip to Holiday World. So I really appreciate the quiet drive to Eastern Kentucky today. No, I'm grateful to be here. I'm honored to be here with Congressman Rogers and his team, seeing how he has never stopped fighting for this region is so inspiring, and we appreciate everything that he does. And I say that as the director of USDA Rural Development, but I also say that as someone from Rockcastle County who has benefited from his leadership over the years. His staff is amazing. I don't have to tell you all that, but I can tell you how much our agency appreciates everything that they do day in and day out to fight for this region of the state and to make sure we're working together to deliver results for Eastern Kentucky. I think I had been appointed for 4 minutes before I heard from Attorney Kelly about all the things we were going to be working on and doing. So appreciate the leadership from President Stiles and all the legislators that are here. We are doing our best to work alongside the state to make an impact for Eastern Kentucky, and we're going to keep doing that. They get the job done for Kentucky, and it can sometimes, I know it's not easy, but they do it in a big way. We appreciate President Stiles and his leadership and the leadership of the entire General Assembly. And thank you to all of the local officials who are here to celebrate. As it was said, Karen alluded to this, it's sometimes not easy to work with the federal government. Trying to fix that as much as possible, but we know it can be difficult. but you all stayed the course, and you are making things happen for your communities, and we're so thrilled to be able to be a part of that. President Trump and Secretary Brooke Rollins are serious about investing in rural infrastructure. USDA Rural Development exists to improve the quality of life and economic prosperity in rural America. Our agency helps with everything from affordable homes to business development, workforce development. Dr. Linden, we were here just a few months ago to celebrate an investment in your workforce efforts, which she updated me on. It's going really well and impacting a lot of students already. But today, of course, we're here to talk about infrastructure. The reality is, life hinges on clean drinking water and sanitary waste disposal, but they're also vitally important to economic prosperity in rural Kentucky. One of the first questions a manufacturer is going to ask when looking to relocate is about access to water. Local officials, I'm sure that if we ask you, that water issues are going to be pretty high up on the complaints list and the what you hear about from your constituents day in, day out. And I know you spend a lot of time working on water issues. So that's why we're just so excited to be here to announce 5 water infrastructure projects across eastern Kentucky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to detail these projects, and I think what we've decided on the best way to pass out these big, beautiful checks will be for, as I call your entity's name, I'll describe a project. If you want to just come up here and we'll do pictures right after I go through the projects. And legislators, anyone that's working on the projects, we would encourage you to join us as well. But first, I'm thrilled to announce for the city of Beattyville over $1.2 million grant from Appalachian Regional Commission that will help make renovations to 3 existing water storage tanks throughout the distribution center. So congratulations, City of Beattyville. The City of Hazard will use a $1.5 million Appalachian Regional Commission grant to replace approximately 20 miles of line, construct a 250,000-gallon storage tank, and 4 booster pump stations. Congratulations, City of Hazard. And as I go through these, I talked about the congressman's staff, and I do also want to add these numbers, these dollars. It is a lot of work. USDA Rural Development staff is doing this job. We have with us Leslie Hill and Greg Thomas. They work so hard each and every day to make this stuff happen, and I'm thrilled they can be with us today. I call Leslie our water czar, and she gets the job done across the state when it comes to these water projects. So I appreciate everything that she does. Next up, I'm thrilled to announce Knott County Water and Sewer District will use a $4.65 million grant to provide in-kind replacement of a wastewater treatment plant and sewer lines that were damaged during the 22 floods. Congratulations to Knott County Water and Sewer District. The City of Fleming Neon will use a $5.4 million grant to fund water line improvements in the Hammond area of the city. Congratulations, City of Fleming Neon. Finally, the City of Jackson. The City of Jackson will use a $10.9 million grant to replace the existing wastewater treatment plant. The existing plant is located in a floodplain and was damaged during the 2022 flooding. The new 1 million gallon per day wastewater treatment plant will be equipped with a backup generator and will be located out of the floodplain. This administration is committed to ushering in a new golden era of economic prosperity. And this administration is committed to rural America and rural Kentucky. On behalf of President Trump and Secretary Rollins, congratulations to all our recipients and to the communities who will benefit from all these projects. Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, no, we're not wrapping up. Do not go anywhere. Senator Stocker still has money to give away, and I have just fired myself. So, again, welcome the best Senate President in state history.
Congressman Rogers, we're going to have to rethink anything about Scott Alexander. After I just announced it, I had a rotator cuff on surgery on Monday. He comes up and hits me right on the arm. Didn't feel too good. But let me say this. You all have seen a lot of the grants that the USDA has funded. You've heard what Congressman Rogers has done. And there's a lot of coordination that goes on between us because as we sit here during our budget cycle, and there's going to be a group of legislators that come up, we're going to have other announcements throughout the year as things go on for Eastern Kentucky they may sit in one county, but it will affect multiple counties. And the way this coordinates is generally we get a call from Andrea or Ms. Wilson or Karen and saying, here's this. So I would like all of Congressman Rogers' staff to stand up. You all need to say all your all's names, and then we need to give you all an applause. So everybody on Congressman Rogers' staff, please stand. All right, thank you all. So with that, we're good. Now, Scott Maiden is here, and I'd like all of our state legislators, senators, and House members to come up. Scott, you got some of the checks, and many of these will match what you have seen up here, be some final dollars that we were able to appropriate based on a phone call from one or the other individuals. So you guys, Scott, I'm going to turn it over.
Andrew, what have we got first? City of Dean. Y'all want to come up? Mayor Todd. So this is one that President Tyler was talking about, that we matched what the Congressman was able to allocate and to make this, that's what they needed to finish up their project that they've been working on. So, and I will have to say this, as a new freshman legislator, my purse is not as big as the gentleman standing behind me, so I had to have a little help from him when I had a few extra requests and what I had money for. So I do appreciate President Stiver stepping in and helping on this one for sure. So.
And this was one of the bigger match projects we did.
The next one we got for the Judge Adams and the Letcher County Fiscal Court for the water line extension to the Thunder Mountain project that's underway. We'll have to.
This project could be a game changer if we're involved in the Thunder Mountain project.
All right, you don't have to look right here. A few more, keep going.
So that's a project up behind Jenkins up on the mountain. Karen and Andre and I, a couple of us, last fall got to go up there and with Missy and look at that. There's going to be a cabin, it's going to have shooting range, it's going to be a really nice project there for Jenkins. So they're really excited about it. We are too to help get that started. I've got one other for Letcher County. It's $438 for the Southeast Road resurfacing project. $438. Sorry. $438. Thank you, step there and Todd, you come back up and Mayor Burke, got one other thing we'll do. We did one other thing here in this session that, you know, with the 50th anniversary of the Scotia mine disaster, one of the greatest disasters done in Kentucky, the United States, and we passed a resolution, and I had copies made for, want to give one for Letcher County, for Fiscal Court, want to give one to Jenkins for their city hall, one to Rich for Fleeting Neon. So let's not forget that, you know, there's still family members around not only Letcher County but surrounding counties that's mining disaster affected. And we did pass a resolution thanks to President Stoppers and Senator Smith and others and Representative Whitaker. So we have a copy of the resolution and the bill itself for each of y'all to take back home. So. Thank you all very much.
Water and sewer over at Jenkins for Thunder Mountain also ties back into the Raven Rock project in Letcher County. This is a series of appropriations and grants, and this is the coordination we have with Congressman Rogers' staff and the people who are in the General Assembly. The total project scope of that, to everything up there for Thunder Ridge and Raven Rock, is about $20-some-odd million. It's almost fully funded now through various things that the General Assembly has done, and also through USDA and earmarked by the Congressman and AMLO. The same thing with the Buckhorn project. I just want people to understand the cooperation and the collaboration and the conversations, the three C's, that we have with Congressman Rogers' office. The Buckhorn Water Plant, which is going to impact a lot. There were no checks here today, but that's about a $25 million project that has funding sources from all over. The largest portion of it having been gotten by Congressman Rogers. So when you see this group working, we are working on a lot of things that just don't have one source of funding. Here in Hazard, you're starting to see the RFPs, and I'm going to look over to the judge, for extending the runway and building a new road up to the airport. Again, that was the collaboration and conversation between us and the congressman's office. Now, what do you think it does for Perry County? But what it does for the whole region to be able to have a 6,500-foot runway directly across from an industrial park that will employ people from 8 or 10 counties and give us an opportunity that very few Appalachian cities or counties have. This is what happens when you have this type of leadership at the top with Congressman Rogers and the individuals who will communicate with he and his staff to bring big things in that happen on our watch and in this region. But let me give you maybe the most important thing that I think you will see, and this is some things as it relates to the Ethics Commission at the federal level. We have to deal with it also. There is a substantial amount of money out there right now that is in place for the purpose of expanding the Hal Rogers Parkway from a 2-lane from London, Kentucky to a 4-lane from London, Kentucky to Hazard. This has been a goal that several of us have worked on. Now, I want to make sure I understand the story is right. Because the road is named after Congressman Rogers, because he got the final payment to get rid of the debt service at the state level, his name was placed on the road. Well, the Ethics Commission wouldn't allow him to do that even though he tried. So Senator McConnell and he worked on this together. There will be close to $50 million in this budget over the next 2 years or so as it goes through to do the scoping, design, and engineering of the 4-lane. Again, this is a 3 or 4 county project, a lot of cooperation and collaboration, but it wouldn't be possible for us to have any of this type of construction, infrastructure, and basically the rejuvenation of Eastern Kentucky without Congressman Rogers' help and being the lead for us to do all these things. So to Congressman Rogers, all my fellow legislators, to the staff, thank you all for all you all have done to make this available and putting this together. And with that, we will call it a day and thank everybody for coming out. Thank you all so much.